The woman froze. She saw the man walking on the surface of the lake water, heading straight towards her. Without delaying for a single moment, she dove under the water. Seeing the prey trying to escape, a look of disdain appeared on the killer's face. He also began to chase her by walking on top of the lake water. The woman was swimming forward with all her might, but every time she came up to the surface to catch her breath, the killer kicked her with immense force. The oxygen in her lungs was running out quickly. In desperation, she surfaced again. But before she could breathe properly, the killer punched her hard on the face this time. Then he grabbed her, pulled her up above the water, and tried to choke her to death. Exactly at that critical moment, the woman suddenly wrapped both of her legs tightly around one of the killer's arms. In intense pain, the killer threw her back into the lake water. Although she was temporarily saved from the jaws of death, this made the killer even more fiercely enraged. Without saying a word, he took off the heavy iron chains wrapped around his body and lunged at her like a madman. To save herself, the woman first took off her skirt and threw it towards the surface of the water. Thinking it was the woman, the killer began to strike with his chains like a maniac. Meanwhile, seeing an opportunity, the woman underwater firmly caught the killer's chain. As soon as the killer pulled the chain hard, she leapt onto his shoulders. Then, she wrapped the chain around the killer's neck and pulled it tightly while falling into the water. Bracing one of her feet against his shoulder, she pressed the chain even harder. Even though the killer tried with all his might to free himself, he became helpless against the fierce strength of the woman underwater. In the end, the woman who was underwater and unstoppable warrior ended the killer's life forever in the deep waters of that lake.